Welcome to Science in the Late Georgian Period. Hello, my Morbid Musers. Today I am in All Saints Churchyard in Hilgay, and I am looking for the burial place of George Manby. George Manby was a military man born in this town in 1765. When his parents died later, he ran the family estate while also soldiering. His wife, Jane Preston, actually had such lavish tastes that she ran through his family's wealth and then eloped with an officer from the East India Company. This resulted in a duel. Jane was free to leave with the unnamed officer, and Manby got shot in the head. But he survived. Manby said that having the slugs removed from his head was the most painful surgery he'd ever been through, and asked that upon his death, his head be removed and sent to the Yarmouth-born surgeon, Sir Astley Cooper, so that it could be studied. Welcome to Science in the Late Georgian Period. Manby was stationed in the barracks at Great Yarmouth at the beginning of the 19th century, and after watching the shipwreck of the Snipe in 1807, he decided that something needed to be done to rescue people from shipwreck. And so he created the Manby mortar. This was about the size of a small cannon, maybe a 7 or a 10 pounder. The bottom consisted of a wooden box which housed hundreds of yards of rope, and at the top was a small cannon-like device where a mortar was put inside, the rope attached to the mortar, and then when it was fired, the mortar would go into the rigging of the sinking vessel. The rope would then connect the rigging to the shore, to which people could be tethered and then either slide down the rope to shore, or later, flotation devices would be sent out to rescue people from the shipwreck. Its first successful use was in 1808 at the wreck of the Elizabeth on the Yarmouth coast, south of Great Yarmouth, north of Gorleston, and about where the Garden Pier is at this time. The pier didn't exist then. Elizabeth hit the sandbar about 150 yards from shore. Manby rushed to a point south of the wreck, set up close to the breaking point, and shot the mortar into the rigging, successfully saving 7 members of the crew. Between 1808 and his death in 1854, it is estimated that over 1,000 lives were saved due to his invention. Despite his life-saving contributions, no statues were ever erected, except of course the one that he erected in his own yard to himself. After his death, his body was returned to Hilgay, and he was buried here in All Saints Churchyard near his parents. Here is the gravestone of George William Manby, and the inscription is quite worn, but it's easier to see than it is to read on the screen. It says, "Here lies the body of George William Manby, Captain Royal Navy, born 1765, died 1854, inventor of an apparatus for saving life in shipwreck, eternal rest."